almost passed out because Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So some of you may or may not know this, but I have a lot of ear piercings. I actually just counted, I have 9, and I'm probably gonna get more in the future, but today I want to give you an ear piercing tour. So basically I have kind of like a constellation ear piercing happening, a constellation ear or curated ear. Those have been very trendy in the past few years, and I just want to share with you what my ears look like and talk about some of the jewelry that I wear and how I style it. And I will talk about the actual ear piercing experience, like if it hurt, and about how it heals. So the first thing you might notice when looking at my ears is the jewelry, and actually this video has been sponsored by Ana Luisa, which is a jewelry company based in New York City, and they have sent me these earrings to share with you. So these nice dangly earrings, the little hoops, and the necklace that I'm wearing are all from Ana Luisa Jewelry. I am honestly so in love with the jewelry that they sent me. It is amazing quality. I've never really owned nice jewelry before. I've always kind of gotten really cheap jewelry that tarnishes quickly, and my ears are also very sensitive. But with these earrings, I have not had any irritation. Ana Luisa crafts quality jewelry at an affordable price, which I really, really like. And the other big thing that I am really loving about this company is that they are completely carbon neutral, from their jewelry to the packaging itself. I have never received a package this plastic free before in my life. They care about their environment and their packaging, like their packaging is recyclable and everything, so love it. And of course they have so many different designs to choose from. They have jewelry that ranges from fancy bold statements like these earrings, they're called the Michelle earrings, to things that are way more simple, like these very simple huggy hoops. And I love that because you can really mix and match, find something that works for your style, but also it lets you create like an ear stack, like what I've done here. As someone who has a lot of ear piercings, it's really hard to kind of find pieces that work well together. So I really love that I was able to pick out a really nice bold piece and then pair it with a simple earring in my second hole. And they also do bracelets and rings, which I didn't try out. I'm definitely like an earring and necklace type of girl. And right now they are doing a sale for 20% off, so go ahead and check that out in the description. I'll have some more information about that down below, so definitely don't miss out on that deal. Anyway, let's get back into talking about the actual ear piercings that I have now that you know about all of the beautiful jewelry that I'm wearing. Let's start with my earlobes. Pretty much so many people have their earlobes pierced. I don't have to go into too much detail about that. Definitely least painful. I got these done when I was in like 3rd grade. I got those pierced with a piercing gun, but no problems from that. Now I got my 2nd lobe piercings on both ears in I think 8th grade. So it's been like, what? A long time. But I got those pierced at Claire's specifically with a piercing gun, and they are slightly uneven. They're slightly uneven. Sorry, Claire's, but you're not the best place to go for ear piercing. Once again, it didn't take very long to heal. It was pretty painless. Now, the next 2 piercings that I got were technically 3, because I got these all at the same time. So the next ones were my 2 cartilage piercings on my right ear, as well as my 3rd lobe piercing on the same ear. So I got them all done at the same time. For this, I went to a piercer and he pierced me with a piercing needle, and I know that is way better. Definitely do not get pierced with a piercing gun on your cartilage. I was so nervous for this, but it was really not that bad. He pierced the 2 cartilage piercings at first, and then he did the lobe piercing. And if you've ever gotten multiple piercings at the same time, you know that each one is more painful. So the lobe piercing was actually the most painful, even though technically, normally if you're just getting one at a time, an earlobe piercing would be least painful. So I just had these really ugly stud earrings in there for a really long time. I changed them out as soon as I was able to. So now I wear this little hoop and a little ball back thing. At one point I was wearing 2 hoops at a time, and they're so tiny and flexible that it really does not bother me. So that's how I style this ear. This third earlobe though, let me tell you guys, it gets not a lot of love. I might actually just let it close and then get another piercing like in the middle of my ear instead. I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting, but let me know what you think in the comments. So the conch piercing is the next one that I got, and I actually made a video about this when I got it, and a lot of people were watching that video. So if you want to go and watch that, you can check that out. I did call it an orbital piercing throughout the entire video because my piercer called it an orbital. I was like, oh, I want to get a conch, but like so that I can wear a hoop. And he was like, oh, so an orbital. But apparently that's wrong, so I don't know. I'm not a professional. And that was a whole story. If you want to look at it in more detail, I do recommend you check out that video specifically. But I did get it pierced with a hoop straight away, and that caused so many problems, so I really wouldn't recommend that. But I didn't really know, and I was also very antsy to get the hoop, and like I was getting mixed reviews about it from the internet. Like some people were saying don't do it, it's really bad, and some people were saying oh, it's fine. And I asked the piercer and he said it was fine, but maybe he's just not a good piercer. I don't know. Like all my other piercings he did such a great job with, but this one was definitely the most painful one I've ever gotten, but only because the piercer was having a really hard time getting the hoop to actually like close and like lock into place. So he kept on like mangling with my ear. The actual like piercing part where he actually pierced my ear with the needle, that part did not hurt that much. So don't be afraid of that. It's really not that bad. But the actual putting the earring in was so painful, and he actually did it 3 times because the first 2 earrings that he put in did not work correctly, and because of that it was very, very painful. He just kept on like wiggling something around in there. It was an open wound. I almost passed out because I'm also just a scaredy cat, so I almost passed out. I got really lightheaded with that. I got this one, the conch, pierced in August, like late August of 2020. It's almost been 2 years, I guess. Yeah, it's almost been 2 years since I got that one done, like a year and a half. And this one, it took the longest to heal. I mean, it's just now like not problematic anymore, probably because it was a hoop. So I kept it as a hoop for a while, and then I actually switched it out to a stud because I was like, okay, this is bothering me so much, it's really painful. So I changed it to a stud, and that really helped out, and then it started healing a lot faster. Now I have a hoop in it, but sometimes it does still bother me because sometimes I do sleep on this side. I try not to, but it happens. And then it just kind of moves around a lot and gets irritated. So then sometimes I just switch it out to be like a stud. So the last piercing that I got is this one over here. It's a forward helix, and I have the tiniest little piece of jewelry in there. And as it's honestly hard to see, I think I'm going to switch it out to something slightly bigger, but still very, very dainty and minimal. This one was one of the easiest piercings to heal because it is just in such a spot where it doesn't get touched a lot. The only thing that would touch it would be the masks, because I got this after COVID already started. But otherwise, it was really probably the fastest to heal, like super not painful. The only thing is, it's so hard to put jewelry in here because I can't see the back of it. It's like inside the little crevice in my ear, so I always have to get someone to help me out. That's the only bad thing about that piercing. In general, my cartilage piercings took like 6 to 9 months to heal. The forward helix was probably the quickest to heal. The regular helixes were a little bit longer because they did get snagged on things more, and then the conch took forever. I must admit though, I did switch out my piercings a little bit earlier than what they recommended, and the reason I did that was because the jewelry that they pierced me with, and they were typically very big and bulky, and the ones for the cartilage had the butterfly clasp, and they just bugged me a lot. Like I said, they kept getting caught on things, and switching out my jewelry actually helped my cartilage piercings heal a lot faster. I didn't switch it out immediately. I did wait a few months, but I didn't wait like the full year that they usually recommend. So that's just my little personal tip. I don't know, like I said, I'm not an expert at this. I'm not a piercer. This is just my personal experience. So for me, that's what worked. So I do want to get a few more piercings, and I actually wanted to talk about this in the video because I want some of your guys' input. So let me know what you think. I really want a rook and I really want a tragus, except I don't know what ears to get them on. And I think for this side, this ear, I think I want to get something like maybe a flat up here, or I actually saw like one that's like down here, but like not like close to the edge. It was kind of in the middle. So it's like, I don't want to get the same piercing on both ears. I don't want to be symmetrical. So let me know what you think in the comments, and then I will go and get it done, and then I'll share my experience, talk about pain and healing and everything. All right, everyone, that's the end of my piercing tour / piercing experiences. Don't forget to check out Ana Luisa, which is doing a wonderful 20% off sale right now. All of the information is going to be in the description down below, so go ahead and check it out. And if you have any questions about anything, please let me know in the comments down below and I will be answering them. Don't forget to tell me which piercing I should get next because I cannot decide. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. You need to let it go. You need to step up from